thinks about certain stuff, and some of it doesn't even have to be big. Like, I don't even have to hit you to make you think or move a certain way. I can just do stuff, and it'll mess with your reactions.
Outrageous what he's going to have to make an apology to everybody, and he'll have to do that. I'm sure the board will call him for bringing the sport into disrepute, and the board did say today there is no investigation. There's nothing to
the TV off. But we didn't turn them off. We just carried on watching and see how far it will go. And listen, it was okay. It was not great.
Jermaine Franklin sues Moses Itauma over alleged fight drama. Franklin is making a bold statement, claiming Moses' withdrawal wasn't due to injury but theatrical drama. Taking legal action, he's sending a clear message about accountability in boxing. Fans and insiders are divided, with debates swirling over professionalism, fighter responsibility, and how disputes like this can shift the spotlight from the ring to the courtroom.
The official came with us being a part of it, but yeah, but before that, we just heard like some speculations, rumors and stuff.
Frank Warren reacts to Moses versus Franklin fallout. Warren doesn't hold back, calling the situation a madness and questioning why the drama continues. From his perspective, Franklin's legal action over Moses' pullout is unnecessary, as the fight outcome was clear. His blunt take highlights the tension between personal grievances and the realities of the sport, leaving fans debating fairness and accountability.
unbelievable crap. And why this moron has brought this up, I do not know. I don't know where he's going with it. You know, he got beat fair and square. Fraser acknowledged that, and that's the end of it.
Warren explains Moses' pullout and injury. Warren defends Moses, confirming the fighter suffered a legitimate injury that forced him to withdraw. He emphasizes the stress and disappointment this causes for all involved, from fighters to fans. The fight's cancellation isn't drama. It's a harsh reality of boxing. Warren highlights the physical risks and the tough decisions promoters and fighters must navigate behind the scenes. Quote,
Direct and then make a decision if he's out.
Okay, when did you first learn about this, Frank?
Very late this afternoon,
Okay, so it's been a stressful day.
to say the least. For the fighters as well. It's a shame for the fighters, for everybody involved. TV companies, and more importantly for the fans. Riyadh season, you know, His Excellency, everybody involved with this. We're all gutted, but what can you do? That's
Edie Hearn comments on Franklin's legal action. Hearn frames the situation as complex and difficult, highlighting that Moses' withdrawal stems from genuine circumstances. He avoids sensationalizing Franklin's lawsuit, instead focusing on the reality fighters face when injuries disrupt schedules. This perspective shows the challenges behind the scenes and reinforces that Moses' health and safety must come first.
Happens, but that's for them to overcome now, and it's a very difficult situation. That's a
Simon Jordan highlights Moses' injury reality. Jordan explains that any fighter stepping in must be fully prepared, underscoring that Moses' pullout was necessary and responsible. While fans are disappointed, his youth and potential remain intact. This insight defends Moses, emphasizing that managing injuries and recovery is part of professional boxing, and that missing a fight doesn't diminish his promising career.
Themselves to the necessary preparation for a fight. Disappointing because obviously we want to see Moses move on. Time waits for no man. He's young, but there's a world in...
Duke McKenzie critiques Franklin's overreaction. McKenzie doesn't hold back, painting Franklin's lawsuit as over the top and highlighting his lack of standing in the sport. By contrast, Moses' professionalism and legitimate injury show he acted responsibly. This commentary underscores the disparity between a fighter protecting their career and another making a scene without real cause.
No, he's not a real boxer. There's levels to this game, and he was way out of his level, way out of his depth.
Frock slams Franklin's lawsuit. Frock expresses sheer disbelief at Franklin's actions, framing the legal move as absurd and far removed from boxing reality. In contrast, Moses' decision to pull out due to injury is grounded in safety and professionalism. Frock's take reinforces that the drama isn't about the sport, but personal overreactions, reminding fans who is truly acting responsibly.
But where does he go from here? What does he do? I'm not even arsed, man. I can't be arsed with this bullshit anymore, this clown world. It's a joke shop. It's just a big fucking... It's just an absolute...
Liam Go confirms Moses' injury. Go highlights that Moses did sustain an injury, even if the exact details are unclear. This supports the argument that the pullout wasn't drama, but a necessary precaution. The commentary defends Moses' decision, showing that protecting his health is crucial, and that Franklin's lawsuit overlooks the genuine risks fighters face in the ring.
Ankle injury, maybe I was just, seeing things with that one. But he is injured. It's not really specifying. I don't know why. I'm sure I saw it was ankle, but maybe not. Maybe I was just...
Spencer Oliver highlights the reality of boxing injuries. Oliver stresses that a fighter's health must always come first. Moses' pullout wasn't drama. It was a medical decision made with professional guidance. In boxing, even minor injuries can have serious consequences if ignored, and fighters must only step in at 100%. Franklin's lawsuit overlooks this critical aspect, trying to...
He will have seen the doctor, and the doctor will make that decision on whether he should fight or whether he shouldn't fight. I mean, listen, this is the hurt business. You can only go in there 100%, so...
Hearn reacts to Franklin's legal action. Hearn calls Franklin's lawsuit a premeditated attack, framing it as an unnecessary escalation. He defends Moses, highlighting that the pullout was legitimate and driven by injury, not theatrics. Hearn points out that in boxing, fighters and promoters face immense pressures, and sudden legal claims only add stress and distraction. Moses prioritized health and professional ethics over confrontation, while Franklin's move risks undermining the sport's discipline, ending the sport's discipline. This insight illustrates the difference between reactionary overreach and reasoned decision-making, showing the importance of respecting fighter safety, preparation, and the realities behind canceled bouts.
Was it about an hour ago? So I guess everything's calmed down a little bit. I thought it was a bitch move, if I'm honest, because anytime an attack like that is like premeditated.
Frank Warren explains the fallout from Moses' pullout. Warren breaks down the huge financial and logistical impact of a canceled fight. Moses' withdrawal, while disappointing, was necessary due to injury, and the ramifications extend far beyond the ring. Training camps, staff, and promotions all suffer. Franklin's lawsuit disregards these realities, trying to frame a legitimate precaution as wrongdoing. Warren's explanation highlights the stakes involved in professional boxing, showing that fighters' health comes first, even when massive investments are at risk. Moses' professionalism shines through, demonstrating that protecting oneself and making responsible decisions is far more important than entertaining controversy.
It was a big fight. He's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp, booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutritionists, the chefs, trainers and everybody, and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss. You can't insure it, or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure, but very, very disappointing.
Johnny Nelson calls for clarity amid the Moses vs. Franklin controversy. Nelson stresses the need for investigation, reflecting widespread confusion in the boxing community. While Franklin has filed legal action, the underlying facts point to a legitimate injury that forced Moses' withdrawal. Nelson's perspective shows that transparency is vital. The commentary underlines the difference between real concerns and manufactured drama, reinforcing that Moses' actions were responsible and necessary, while Franklin's lawsuit risks overshadowing the realities of fighter safety and preparation.
There is going to be, there needs to be an inquiry straight after this, why, what. But that's what I'm hearing. This news is as fresh to me as it is you. I'm quite sure when this goes out, it'll be all over.
Adam Smith highlights Moses Itauma's extraordinary talent, praising his style, attitude, and power, emphasizing why he is a formidable force in the ring. This perspective reinforces that Moses' pullout was due to a genuine injury, not drama, and that prioritizing health over a fight is the mark of a professional. While Franklin's lawsuit attempts to paint the situation negatively, Moses' focus on long-term career development and recovery shows maturity and responsibility. Smith also raises an interesting point about timing. Whether the fight was too soon or perfectly timed, Moses' safety had to come first. In elite boxing, safeguarding a fighter's health is critical, and Smith's commentary validates Moses' decision, contrasting professionalism with overreactions. like Franklin's legal action.
On the block, Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me, he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard-hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter. So it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right fight at the right time?
Roy Jones Jr. commends Moses Itauma by comparing him to a young Mike Tyson, emphasizing his knockout power, aggression, and potential to dominate. This comparison highlights why Moses' injury and subsequent fight cancellation were necessary. Franklin's lawsuit attempts to frame the situation as controversial, but Jones' perspective defends Moses' professionalism and underscores the importance of protecting talent with such high potential. So, avoiding the fight due to injury ensures Moses can continue his career without risking long-term damage, maintaining his trajectory toward elite status. Fans should understand that managing health and recovery is as crucial as in-ring skill, and Moses' decision reflects responsibility and foresight. Villado and foresight. His career potential and future fights demand careful planning, not legal disputes over unavoidable injuries.
Moses a lot. Moses reminds me of a young Mike Tyson. And what I say that is in the fact that, or in the state that, if you put a guy in front of him that he can hit, he gonna get him out of there. And Dylan White was a guy that he could hit, he got him out of there. So that's the same thing Mike did on his way up. I like that coming from Moses because it gets us excited because we might have another guy that can be almost what Mike Tyson was. That's a beautiful thought right there. He may get better, he may not get there, we don't know. But the fact that we see the potential.
Narrator confirms that Moses Itauma's fight against Jermaine Franklin was officially canceled due to a sparring injury. This commentary defends Moses' decision, emphasizing that injuries are an unavoidable part of professional boxing and must be respected. Franklin's lawsuit tries to cast doubt on Moses' withdrawal, but the facts are clear. The fighter prioritized his health, safeguarding his career, and ensuring he can return stronger. High-level preparation for a fight carries significant risk, and sparring injuries are a real threat. Moses' professionalism is evident as he made the responsible choice to withdraw. The cancellation highlights the contrast between responsible management and Franklin's reaction, reminding fans that protecting one's body is far more important than rushing into controversy or legal battles. Or
to fight through, to win the fight. I wasn't really hurt at all. Even though they tried to make it seem like I was through in the 12th round, I wasn't hurt. I came out the ropes, I punched. So, yeah, I was honestly great the whole fight. Under my honest opinion, I thought I had a 7-5. I thought my hand was going to get raised at the end of that. So it was a little.
Johnny Nelson addresses the rumors and fake news surrounding Moses Itauma's fight cancellation, clarifying that stories of poisoning or scandal are entirely false. This reinforces that Moses' pullout was due to a legitimate sparring injury, not theatrics. Franklin's legal action ignores this reality, attempting to turn a responsible decision into controversy. Nelson highlights the importance of separating facts from sensationalism in boxing, showing that misinformation can spread quickly, but professional judgment must prevail. Moses' decision protects his health and career, demonstrating professionalism and foresight. Fans and promoters should focus on recovery and preparation rather than creating unnecessary drama. Nelson's comments validate Moses' actions, showing that responsible management outweighs lawsuits or sensational claims in elite boxing.
Something popped up and you said it's fake news that the fight was off and all this sort of stuff was going on about some poisoning, scandal, foolishness, and they tried to shut this thing down. And I'm saying that's fake news. I'm not having that. So let's wait and see. If it's true, that's a shame.
Andy Lee explains that injuries are an inherent part of boxing, and it's normal for fighters to face physical issues during training or before a fight. This perspective defends Moses Itauma, showing that his decision to pull out was responsible and medically justified. Franklin's lawsuit misrepresents the reality of high-level boxing, attempting to turn a necessary precaution into a controversy. Managing injuries effectively is critical to a fighter's long-term career, and Moses' withdrawal demonstrates professionalism and foresight. Lee's insight underscores that boxing is a physically demanding sport, where health and preparation are paramount. Fans and promoters must respect these decisions, understanding that prioritizing safety does not diminish competitiveness, but preserves a fighter's potential and future success.